What's up YouTube? Today I'm going to talk about where you need to be grinding efficiently so that way you can catch up to your friends or just want to progress the game.
I'm fast as fuck, boy.
So let's get into it. Before we begin, I know you've been keep coming to my videos without pressing my subscribe button. So if you keep coming back, you clearly like my content. So please, don't just leave this time and click that subscribe button or just get out now. Okay, my beautiful subscribers, I have this amazing video that I have made for you. Just hold my hand and let's get it started, yeah?
Sorry, children.
If you're new to BDO, please make a seasonal character and do Eternal Winter Quest so that way you can get yourself up to level 53 and get a nice gearing accessory which BDO players can still use in endgames. If you haven't checked my previous videos, please check it out now. In that video, I give you all my details what gears you will need to get step by step. One thing I did miss out on that video is when you're getting free pen accessories from Fugar, it's going to take you 3 seasons, which is about 1 year. So until then, just keep using $2 accessories and don't waste your money on your accessories when you will get them for free within 1 year. Instead, invest your money on the other gears such as your weapons. So after you follow my guide and you got all your $2 gears up to pen and have all those AP ready to go up to 248 AP, this is the recommendation that you guys will need to grind all the way up to 280 AP. Here's my 2 strategy that I would like to share with you. It's called grind there before it's too late, and the other one is 2 for 1. With that being said, let's talk about the first one, grind there before it's too late. By the way, have you seen all these competitive players and has 300 AP and still grinding your locations, annoying you, bothering you, killing you, and it's only like 190 AP location? That's because they did not plan things and had to go back to finish things that they could have done ages ago. And what I'm talking about here is Infinity HP, MP pods, and other grinding locations. By the way, for those who graduated seasonal gears can get up to 248 AP. Let's take a closer look at the HP Infinity Potion location first.
Sorry, children.
As you guys can see here, you only need 190 AP to 240 AP, which any BDO players who graduate with seasonal gears can easily grind there without having any issues killing the mobs. So strategy here is when you have the AP for it, grinding there is so good because once you have the higher AP, you're wasting your time on lower mobs when you could have done this long time ago. With 300 AP, you could have grinded somewhere else that can be more efficient with more silver wise, and so that way you spend your time in the other locations being more efficient. Now let's talk about second method, 2 for 1.
Ay, hijo de la verga.
If you want to be efficient and be competitive grinder in BDO, you need to spend your time wisely. It would be a wise thing to do to grind at the locations according to what AP you have. While we're grinding at our AP locations for killing mobs for money, we're also grinding for other special items that we just talked about such as HP, MP pods, compass, and map pieces. And no, it's not the greatest locations to make silvers, but it's still decent. Hear me out. So I just made this Excel sheet. It looks kind of complicated, but let's go step by step. If you guys look at the left side, I have made this Excel sheet with 150% drop rate of scenario, and I also made some recommendation items which one you guys should get. So as I mentioned before, there's 4 special items that you guys can get in BDO, which is HP, MP, Infinity Potion, map pieces, and compass pieces. Out of all these 4, I recommend you guys getting the HP potion first. Reason behind that is because once you guys have the fairy all the way up to Radiant and start leveling her up, you guys can get the skills, and if you guys have the Miraculous Cheer, it has a cooldown of 2 seconds and she will keep using the potions for you. So it's really OP guys, like the fairy can heal you 275 of HP recovery every 2 seconds, and so that's why it's really nice to have this. So I recommend you guys getting the HP potion first.
I am under the water, please help me.
And the grinding location for HP potion is very friendly. It's only up to 190 to 240 AP, and so yeah, I highly recommend getting the red one first. This one can be very different, it depends on who you are, but if you're like gathering, then you can do MP. If not, then you can still grind out and get the map pieces. Reason behind that because is if you guys look at the grinding locations for blue pots, you guys have to do gathering part, which is never steppe, and you usually get 1 every 1 hour. And so basically for me, I had to spend 100 hours to just get the blue potion just for that piece, and so it was pretty rough, and so it was not really fun unless you actually hit the RNG for it. So if you're not type of guy doing gathering stuff and you'll need a lot of energy for that, So I highly recommend just grinding out the map pieces because it's actually also better for your own benefits. The least that you want to get from here is actually compass because people only ask you for overdrives.
What's your problem?
And if you're in a guild, they also have a free compass, which is command to gather, and so any GMs or officers can use it, and just bring gathered people around. And it also works in platoon instead of party, so it's actually even better. So there's really no point getting the compass piece unless you just want to. So there you guys have it. This is my recommendation from 248 AP all the way up to 280 AP. And if you have nothing else to do, this is the stuff that you guys can do. And if you guys get tired of my recommendation spots, I recommend you guys grinding here at Centaurus because it's only 190 AP here and you guys can get so much money, such as 485 mil per hour. For those who doesn't know how Infinity Potion works, you have to either collect 100 petty pieces in each locations, or if you're just lucky, then you get the drop. According to Garmoth.com, people usually get 2.5 of petty pieces every 1 hour. And if they're really lucky, they can get the 0.022% chance of getting the real pieces. So with all this info that I brought from Garmoth, I just made a chart basically right here to show you guys something. So right here, let's say that we get 3 pieces every hour for Bloody and 2.5 pieces for Tooth Fairy, 2.5 here for example. And you guys actually can get more at nighttime, but we're just gonna use Shere Khan morning to daytime so that it is not as confusing. So I'm just gonna delete that here for now, and then you guys can check that out later, but hear me out. Nighttime is gonna consume energy, so like if you don't have energy, you can't really do nighttime, and so I kind of just recommend you guys just doing the daytime, and so let's just go with that. So let's just say that you didn't have any RNG and didn't get the real piece, but then had to grind 100 of petty pieces for each scenario. So if you got 3 drops every 1 hour, then you would have to grind about 33.3 hours in Bloody, and 40 in Tooth Fairy, and 40 in Shere Khan, for example. So you guys will need to grind about 113 of hours in all those 3 places to get the red potion. Which where the 2-for-1 deal comes in right here, guys. If we did grind 113 hours in that 3 locations, we will get 38 billion. And so that's a lot of silver, guys, that we can upgrade to our gears. And so yeah, this is why I recommend you guys checking this out. And for those who are curious with the MP pot, here is the result. According to Garmoth, they say that they get 3 pieces every hour. And then for the Never Steppe, in Garmoth, they actually don't really show, but my experience is usually 1 every 1 hour. So with this scenario too, let's say that you guys had to collect 100 for each of them instead of getting the real pieces. And so this is the result. You'll need to grind about 32 hours in Mansham, 30 hours in Tushia Runes, and then most likely like 100 hours or so in Never Steppe. And remember guys, this is for gathering and it's not grinding, and it's really painful, so if you guys are patient with it, by all means go for it. But you guys will need about 162 hours max, and so hopefully you guys can hit it sooner and get the real pieces. If not, you're most likely going to suffer and get the 100 piece drops, and it's gonna take you about 162 hours. With that along though, 2-for-1 deal, we get silvers from that as well, and we'll get about 39 bill basically. And so yeah, that's a really good money too as well. So if you guys are dedicated, it will take you about 275 hours to do both of them to get the HP and MP pot. And in total silver, you'll still make about 77 bill. And so that's a lot of money, guys. And so with those money, we'll probably gear up and, get to the next level. So here, guys, I just made a scenario. What can we do with around 80 bill worth of money? And so right here, I just put black stars on the weapons right here. I put the main, awakening, and sub. And the reason for that is it'll be helping me a lot easier for PvE grinding. And then I bought a Falling God duo as well. And look at the price that we would spend, guys. Let's see. So it'll be 40.2 bill, adding all these weapons that I just bought, and then adding a Falling God, which is another 38.3, and that will cost us about 78.5 bill. We're not gonna add the Griffin because we just got that for free from the Magnus quest. After getting up to here, guys, just don't forget to do the journals. If you do all of them, you can get it up to 277 with 341 DP. With that, now I have 3 options for you guys. You guys can either grind at Star's End, or you guys can grind at Sono Camp, or lastly, grinding at the spots for Hysteria, Aquaman for the compass piece, or the map pieces such as Road Sulphur and Pilaku Jail. The reason why we're picking Sono Camp and Star's End is because they have drop rate of Black Disto now. And so if you guys get the Black Disto, it's the best of earrings that you'll ever get in BDO. But then you do lose DP, but then it also at the same time gives you the most AP. And so, you know, if you're the type of guy of strike first, this is the earring for you guys. You would have about 341 DP there. And so, yeah, I would just go for Black Distos if you guys can for the next upgrade. Up to Tri or Tet, up to you guys. I would probably just put a Tet for now. And then it will cost 23 bill. Or you guys can enhance it yourself. Just don't forget to crown it since you guys are using it for yourself. And yeah, and if you guys do that, then you guys can even get up to 287 AP. But then lose your DP dramatically.
Bruh.
Nope.
So let's go over what we learned today quickly. When you guys graduate with seasonal gears right here, and once you're 240 AP plus, you guys would want to grind one of these 4 options that I recommend. And then after 1 year, hopefully that you guys gears will look like this. And if you guys get tired of grinding here, then definitely just grind at centers because it will give you up to 750 mil with aggres. After you guys become about 280 right here, just keep scrolling down, and then you guys have 3 options to grind, either at Sonos or Stars or map or compass pieces. And then the reason why we go for Sonos again is we can get Black Disto there now with Crystallizers in Despair, where you can use this item for your Vel's Heart for more DP, or just go to Stars End, just getting the higher chance of getting Black Disto earring there. And if you guys get sick of grinding on one of these 3 options, I also recommend you guys grinding at Jade so you guys can get the Libresca in your future. Let's say that you also have friends, and so group grinding location I recommend would be in Gaifins, Castle Ruins, Abandoned Monastery, Tunkuta, and Miromok, and they will give you really good money there, and so I highly recommend you guys checking that out with your friends. If you guys grinded what I told you to do so, your gears might look like this. For example, you guys got all the Black Disto all the way up to 10 now, and all got the Black Stars, and then now we can move on to the next step if you feel like you need more DP. And right here I made the DPs either Black Star method or Boss Armor. And so if you guys go for the Black Star again, you need to grind at Serendia so you guys can get the Obsidian energy for your Black Stars to get 8 more DP for each on each armors. And Boss Armor, you want to grind at Kaphira Stones, which these are all the lists that you guys can grind for Kaphiras. And so if you guys keep grinding, and the result will look something like this with Black Obsidian, you would have 290 AP here, 357 DP with 290 AP here with 355 DP here. After that, you guys are here. You guys are in freedom. Wow. You've basically graduated and finished the game, and that's where the fun part begins in BDO. And so once you are 290 AP, these are all the locations that you guys can grind. And so definitely check out in Garmat.com. And so you guys want to grind at the location where you can make the most efficient of silver. That's it with this video. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you want more. See you around, gamers.